Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of just I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we did Hildebrandt Gustine, so we're going to go and do more. Anyway, what did he say? I managed to escape undetected, I have no idea. I can but pray that our ruse will remain intact. The Wolfburger lets the others into the waterways below. We should follow. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Been down here before? If so, you might have met my friends already. Contemptible lot. All of Gargania's cast-offs. If anyone heard a peep from your quarry, it'll be them. Come on then, don't be shy. Oh, you're looking well for a rat bastard. Takes a wolf to know a rat. To what we owe the pleasure. And more importantly, how do you slip free of the ffXIV's noose? My dashing good looks and my silver tongue, how else? But never you mind that, I need information, could you? Do you now? Or is it the ffXIV at your shoulder, the one asking the questions? We need to give the lad a hard time, he did right by me, and I mean to return the favour. You mean you're helping him? Have you gone mad? Huh. Well, even if I have, it's nothing you and yours need to worry your pretty little heads over. Give us a hand, and we'll get out of your hair. Wolf's honor. They're not a bad bunch, really. Most try to make a living on the straight and narrow. Some even had in mind to join the ffXIV, like you, but were found wanting for this reason or that. When honest work's no longer an option, that leaves the other sorts. The dangerous, the disreputable, the dirty. Somebody's got to do it. And so, these are the industrious souls pick up the slack. Maybe they're not the cream you'd prefer to hobnob with, but while you're in their company, I'd ask how you comport yourself with a modicum of civility. I should like to believe I've done just that. You'll forgive me if I've given you any reason to think otherwise. See? Fast friends we all are. Right then. After a bloke goes by the moniker of Yojimbo. Or tell of the man? Yojimbo, No, can't say it rings a bell. Oi, any of you know a fellow by the name of Yojimbo? Well, there you have it. Might be different if he had a bounty on his head. What did he do anyway? Piss in the buggiest rice porridge? Ah, if only. He stole the Saborisuka hero, he did. Fucker me, that's a beauty. Wonder why, though. Finding a buyer even through the black market would be a challenge and a half. And if he'd even put out the word he was looking, we'd have heard it by now. Ah, come all this way to leave it nothing. Here, let's not call it a day just yet, assuming this Yojimbo didn't steal the sword for the challenge. There's only two reasons he'd take it. To sell it, or to keep it. And if it's not about the money, then I doubt this is his first prize, or his last. Hark! My keen inspector sense whispers and speaks of a thieving collector of swords. Yes, there can be no mistake. What he said, I suppose. If he's the collector, then only the best will do, which means his next target might be... Oh, I don't know, the Amano Murakuma? Wait, the Ame no Murakuma? But I thought that was nothing more than a fairy tale. Do you mean to say the fabled sword of Eld actually exists? The giant Kami tried to kill me and my friends with it, but I defected the blow. Yeah, I've seen it with my own eyes. You have? Truly? Where? Housed within the coach in the Red's treasure vault, eh? If that's the case, then it seems to me you ought to continue your search in the Ruby Sea, no? It might well be the best place for us to look. In that case, let us brook no further delays and head to the Ruby Sea at once. To think that the Amano Murakuma is not only real, but that it was brought to bear against you and yours by a Kami of unfathomable strength. In any event, we now know where we might search, Ruby Sea. Before I may leave, however, there is a matter of great import to which I must attend. Well, perhaps great import is Something of an overstatement. I speak of the inspector's earlier advice concerning my garments. I will meet you at the ruby price after I've changed. Pray go on ahead without me, I insist. All set for the road trip into the glittering westward expanse. I know I am. Let us hop aboard the next ferry to the ruby price and wait for Segura there, as you requested. Come along. Up we go again. If it isn't obvious already, I'm kind of tired. Kind of tired of... The thing is, like, this is something with, like, Hildebrand. I like Hildebrand. I honestly got like it, but, like, having to read all of it, it's just a lot. There's so much. That's just kind of what happens when it's just, like, side content, which is just all reading. It is fun. It is funny, but it's also, you know, exhausting and... takes a while too. Oh, Chiguri, over here, over here. But Akami, I thought it was someone else at first. Well, since it was suggested that I should wear something other than the garments of a Sekizugumi for a time, I paid a visit to Kuganadori and purchased something completely unlike my usual attire. It's quite a change, but very much for the better if I do say so myself. I didn't realize it could be so fashionable. Fashionable, please, Nasha, you give me too much credit. I'll say to get up with your Zori, I don't see that becoming a trend. What are those? Not that it matters, we didn't come here to mess about, eh? We've got a collector to catch, assuming he's after the Amino Murakumo. Then we've got to go to the Isle of Zeki. Any ideas? By air or by underwater passage, eh? Bit more tricky than I thought. But the blessing of the coach and the ladder seems almost impossible. What about that bird of yours, Montara, was it? After what the inspector did to him? Bah, he'll be keeping a wide berth, I reckon. Assuming he's even fit to fly. It was a somewhat traumatic experience for all involved, I. Forgive my bluntness, my wolfish compatriots, but it occurs to me that we have yet to hear your motives for attempting to steal the Saburo Tsukihiro from Master Akebono. Did not Koju say that selling such a blade would be extraordinarily difficult? It's not stealing that to take back what was stolen. That black-hearted bastard Akebono prized it from the hands of its rightful owner. He was a humble samurai who lived a humble life devoid of most luxuries. A righteous man would never turn his back on those in need. Certainly not a young Lupin boy who had fled Doma during the occupation. The two lived as father and son, with few comforts, save each other's company. And then one day a merchant came calling, asking after the samurai's sword. Asking him to part with his one prized possession, but the sword is a samurai's soul and he'd sooner die than sell it, even for the fortune. But the merchant, he's not the sort to go quietly into the night. He changed tact and worms his way into the samurai's affairs. Small sums at first, but bigger and then bigger. Before he knows it, the samurai owes the merchant a veritable mountain of coin. And so he pledges his blade as collateral. The samurai worked day and night to reclaim his honor, but while strong in spirit, he was weak in body, felt sick and soon passed away, leaving his Lupin charge alone in this unjust world. All this time, you were only... He left Kugane for a time and returned years later from Yangsha, having learned the ways of the shinobi that he might honor his adoptive father, by helping others as he had helped him as a child. Chivalrous guise for a person of Undena, perhaps. More than anything, he yearned to reclaim the samurai sword, the last surviving memento of their time together, that he might wear it with pride. All this time, Master Akebono was your main objective. When you broke into his shop in the Rakaza district, you were searching for the Saburo Tsukihiro. You kept a close eye on him, even as you continued to target other disreputable merchants, that you might drive him to take additional measures to protect the sword, knowing that in so doing he would eventually reveal its location. Then to settle, the Saburo Tsukihiro must be returned to its rightful owner. Hey, if it's so hard for people to reach the Isle of Zeki, how is Yojimbo planning to get there? That I do not know, but regardless if he was headed there, someone must have noted his passing. I say we question the pirates of Sakazuki and see if any have observed a traveler resembling Yojimbo of late. You have the same mind, Shigure. To Sakazuki, post haste. Yeah. Woohoo. Oh, it's gonna stop being a jackass. And just making my way to this quest. And I can go and do roulettes afterwards, which are always nice. I remember you looking for more dead men. A real thin samurai with a wide-brimmed hat and oversized geta? Travel like that would not escape my notice. Which is to say, I'm confident I haven't seen him. Sorry to disappoint you. Not at all, my friend. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us. As I said before, my good woman, when at first you don't succeed, make inquiries again. Let us away. Oh, is that a lanky samurai with a large hat? Was that when I spoke with a traveler like that? Had a talk with him too. Sure enough, he had a mind to head to the Isle of Zeki. Couldn't imagine why. With their red beings, with the red being as unwelcome as they are, and there being no place to talk about. I told him as much, but he shrugged it off and went on his merry way. Come think of it, did I see that dog of his not long ago? On the beach below, wandering about, I hope he didn't abandon him. You have been tremendously helpful, 1,000 thanks to you. Sure, the canine in question is Daigoro. We must gather the others and search for Jim's beloved companion at once. Daigoro, here, Daigoro. Oh, I think I see him over there. Huh, maybe he doesn't like us anymore. Oh no, we've just got to give the pup the right incentive is all. Incentive? Money. Surely it can be that simple. See for yourself. Woof woof. Sniff sniff. Woof woof woof. That's all it takes to win him over, eh? Single Koban? Great little thing. Hush, Shiguru. Daigoro is a good dog, and now he will lead us to his master. Ruff, ruff. Daigoro is a good boy. Okay, just next cutscene. Alright. This is quite a fix indeed. Woof woof. Daigoro, what are you doing here? I thought I told you to wait for me. Hildy? Jim, my good man. I mean, you rapscallion, you've nowhere to run. Cease your shenanigans and relinquish the Saburo Tsukihiro at once. I will do no such things. Ever since I was bested by your tight-knit associate over yonder, I yearned for an opportunity to redeem myself. And so I set about searching for stronger swords with which I might bring my everything to bear. I sought to claim victory at with the Amino Murakumo. Fucking stupid. In hand, but if circumstances demand we settle this here and now, then so be it. Stay your hand, my friend. Though I know you only mean well, securing the sword is a grave responsibility which falls to... I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinary, will resolve this conflict and reclaim the sword. Prepare to be amazed as the Saburo Tsukihiro is delivered into my waiting arms. Daigoro, oh Daigoro, come here and let Hildy give you a great big belly rub. Daigoro, you will do no such thing. What, betrayed? The inspector does come from a wealthy family, so maybe he smells the money. Until you surrender to Saburo Tsukihiro, I will give Daigoro the most furious of belly rubs, thereby depriving you of the pleasure. Such is my ultimatum. Daigoro, Daigoro! Return to me this instant! Oh, fire on it. You win. The sword is yours. But Akami, I can't believe that actually worked. Inspector Hillebrand's powers of negotiation are most impressive. Ooh. Mommy! Wait, where's the Saburo Tsukihiro? Right where it belongs. You fiend, return it at once. That's far enough, all of you. Pucker me, where'd they come from? Bah, this isn't over. Shigure, what is this I hear about you setting free a notorious fugitive? Explain yourself at once. Well, you see, Inspector Hillebrand and I, in order to track down your Jimbo and the Saburo Tsukihiro, we needed to enlist the assistance of the Wolf Burglar. To that end, we removed him from the jail. Temporarily, of course. We have every intention of returning him to his cell. And how do you intend to do that when your prisoner has taken flight? Shigure, I charge you with aiding and abetting a criminal in their escape. Be reasonable. You know full well that everything Shigure did was to achieve a greater good, to uphold the law of the land. He'll return with the Saburo Tsukihiro and the Wolf Burglar, I swear to you. Your actions in service to the Sekisugumi are not unknown to me. Nevertheless, Shigure must be held to account for his. To make an exception at your request would only compound the offense. No man is above the law, not even our own. Not a cutscene? Nope. Okay. What a miscarriage of justice to see our Shigure spirited away like a common criminal, in complete disregard for the extenuating circumstances. It falls to us to find a way to right us wrong. It is no place to devise a plan. To Kagane, my friends. Back to Kagane. Ram ba da doo da doo. Oh, my good woman. I hardly know where to begin. Ever since our return, I've been racking my brain trying to conceive of a means by which we might free Shigure from his predicament. But to no avail. By absconding with the sword, the wolf burglar has done us no favors, and yet I do not think his tale of the samurai and Akebono was a lie. My keen inspector sense tells me that the many threads of this tale are converging upon a single point, not far from now, in which all truths shall be laid bare for all to see. Cool, that's what I like to see. That's what I like to hear, and I agree. I don't think the wolf burglar is bad at all. Once the Sekisagumi realize that, they're sure to let Shigure off the hook, don't you think? I most certainly do, Nashu. Furthermore, I say that to hasten this most desirous of resolutions, I must begin investigating Master Akebono at once. Hold the fort while I'm gone, my stalwart assistant. Yes, sir, Inspector. I don't know what he's about, but I'm sure it'll be brilliant. Okay. I forgive it. Suppose this day was bound to come. No matter soon, there will be nothing in this world beyond my grasp. Oopsie, I forgot to... Yeah. Nani? And okay, yeah. So there's apparently 4 acts, and the next one is going to be the final one then. Gotcha. Got it. The past is never past. Bow. Alright. Another one. Ah, where in the world could he be? You. Oh, it's you. Don't suppose you bumped into Inspector Hildebrand roaming about, have you? Making his inquiries? Oh, ever since Shigure got detained by the Sekisagumi, the inspector's been busy looking into the affairs of Master Akebono, but to no avail. Never fear, my faithful assistant, I have returned. Your unwavering loyalty to the pursuit of honor and justice and a hard-boiled egg is to be commended, my good woman. I might go so far as to say that in all my years as an inspector, I have known no fan more passionate than you. But speaking of fans, during the course of my investigation into the darker rumors concerning Master Akebono, I received a mysterious missive I can but presume was penned by one of my many admirers. Gosh, Inspector Hildebrand, even in the Far East you've got yourself a following. Can I see it? Certainly, Nashu. That's interesting. It's definitely not written by a Hingan, but they don't seem to be too good with their Eorzean letters. Yea, something of light, you who seek the strongest of swords, the Saburo Sukihiro, know that I have laid claim to this most priceless treasure. If you would make it yours, meet me at the Kugane Ohashi for a duel to end all duels. Sincerely, you know who. There's something of light, you say? Why, he must be referring to none other than my humble self, the one and only gentleman of light. That said, I would much rather resolve this dispute without resorting to duels and the like. Wait here, my friends, while I go and attempt to reason with this misguided ruffian. I'm pretty sure they wrote warrior, not gentleman. Which probably means they're talking about Lynn. What do you think, Inspector? Inspector Hildebrand? What do you mean he up and ran off? And why are you still standing here? You should hurry and try to catch him before he does something silly. Since when are you the responsible one? Bum, bum, bum. Byakudan. My boy. My dude. Ra, 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 doo, doo, doo. Is that you, Lin? As you can see, I seem to have found myself in a pickle, and by pickle I mean the ground. Kagane Ohashi lies beyond this gate, but before I could pass through, I found myself suddenly accosted, then inverted, then embedded thusly by the dear but misguided Jip. The jewel I must regrettably leave. Up to you. Kagane Ohashi, now accessible. Yes. They added another duty to this one. Da-do-dum. And, well, once again, I'm gonna have to wait. I'll be back once this freaking cube pops. Actually, wait. Wait a minute. I forgot the order of things that I usually do. Which means that now I queue up as a healer, which may be faster? No? Nope. Alright, I'll be right back. Off we go! Kagane Ohashi. So far too long have I waited for this rematch. The Saburo and Sukahiro may have brought us together, but it was fate that ordained we engage in glorious fisticuffs, but with swords and something. It was not fast enough. Victory will be mine this day. Katana is so small. Alright. I guess I can do that. He was jumping in. We're going to give him one of them. Butterflies are going to descend and turn into AoEs. Metagiri, I think it's rate high. Yep. And if you thought we were fighting Yojimbo, well, are you in for a surprise? Because Yojimbo was Gilgamesh all along. Nice. All these AoEs over here are going to turn into donuts, by the way. Jeez. Tiny song. You just need to gather up, or you will become small. Dragons, they will move just forward through the arena. Do I already have this? No. Sorry, there's just some music in this game, or Final Fantasy in general, that just I cannot not sing along to it. Also, I almost forgot how you can Scholar works with its weird MP management. Oh my god. Let me please snap. I didn't make it. Do this. Open heal. Holy but Jesus. See if I can give him a shield. Giga Yump. So now we've got 2 embodiments. Giga kill. It's actually good. Jesus fucking Christ, help me. I'm gonna get it at least once. Okay. Also, divine epicness. Because why not? Right. These orbs are gonna blow up. And basically the entire arena is littered with it except for one spot. Alright, well, that's that then. And Shane, you need to be far enough away. Otherwise, it'll be very difficult for the people to break the chains. And if, you know, you're here when it cats Hell's Gate, you're dead. Let me just go and start casting Resurrection. There's one of these. Sorry, I'm not. Right, the fucking 1 HP thing. Jesus Christ. It's gonna attack the middle and then the other one. Yes, the other one. Excuse me while I struggle to speak. More dragons. And down he goes. I yield, I yield! I throw myself upon your boundless mercy and beg forgiveness, please. Yes. Good. Beat him good. That's your gym bombarding. Nice one. I'm going to give you commendation, fellow healer. Even though I feel like you weren't doing that much healing. It's either that or this fight hits harder than I remember. A bit again, it'll do. Greg? Greg, I say, you are a sight for sore eyes. However did you come to be here in Kugane? In the Far East, for that matter. Ah, well, you see, the thing about that is... I say, to think that Greg was masquerading as Jim this entire time. Indeed I was, after Lynn bested me a second time. I quit Eorzea and embarked upon a journey to distant lands. I might hone my skills in preparation for an inevitable third bout. But when I saw you had misread my carefully written note and come in her stead, I felt I had no choice but to remove you from the field forcibly. Pray forgive me my unkindness, Hildy. No, Greg. There's no need for apologies between friends. Yet again, I must ask, though, how did you come to be here in Kugane, as a ronin of much repute and a remarkably thin waist? I know it seems far-fetched, even insulting to your intelligence, but there's a simple and highly satisfying explanation. In my quest to hone my skills and procure more powerful weapons overseas, I neglected to budget properly for food and drink, and soon found myself bereft of both. Driven to a deathly hunger, I fell to my knees, and in that instant looked to my bosom friend, the painted rooster that had offered me companionship in my darkest hour. When dawn broke the following day, I was alone once more. A sliver of strength was torn by the terrible sacrifice of my comrade, whose body and soul I would carry with me ever after. By his grace, I survived for days and days after, until I chanced to cross paths with a stray dog. He too was clearly a victim of the slings and arrows of outrageous misfortunes, and in each other we found kindred spirits, we orphans of fate. Just did I name him Daigoro, and thereafter did we travel as one, working together that we might both live to see another day. But when at last arrived at Kugane, I sought employment as a mercenary to rebuild my misspent savings and resume my search for the strongest of swords. It was through such adventures that I acquired Zanmato, in fact, and began to build my reputation as Yojimbo. Naturally, our legendary Ronin was dressed to meet the expectations of his clients, and so I assembled an outfit that would satisfy those who requested my services. Kakeyama was one such client. When I saw that Lin and her comrades were to be my opponents, though, I quickly realized he had not paid me nearly enough. More fool of me. Needless to say, the sight of the woman who had bested me twice before was enough to rekindle the competitive spirit within me, and so when I heard tell of the Saburo Sukehiro, I knew I must claim it in preparation for our battle. The rest, you know. Truly a riveting tale. And tragic besides, for though I fought with all my strength, yet again I was defeated by the great and powerful Warrior of Light. As I said to you on the bridge, no more tricks. I have taken my shot and fallen short, and so I will cease my shenanigans and instead pledge my complete support to your endeavors, that I might make amends for my misdeeds. And we should be glad to have it, Greg. Welcome aboard. Let us return to Nashu and share with her the wonderful news. You too, Greg. You're a full-fledged assistant now. Yeah. Nayosu. Beep boom. Terrible news, everyone. Whatever's the matter, Nashu? It's Shigure. As punishment for helping the wolf burglar escape, he has been sentenced to death by ritual suicide. This is indeed a disturbing development, Hildy. We have no time to spare, my friends. Presuming the wolf burglar is in the wind, our only recourse is to delve deeper into the hidden past of Master Akebono and uncover proof that the sword he claims was first stolen by himself. Divide and conquer, Agent of Inquiry style. Oh wait, Divide and Conquer, Agent of Inquiry style. Whatever. If his words were logical in any way, shape, or form, then, you know, probably would be easier to read, but it's nonsense most of the time. Why did Akebono earn his fortune, you ask? By peddling a variety of medicinal wares for all manner of purposes. From what I hear, they were all remarkably effective and popular. He still enjoys a reputation as a premier source of alchemical goods. With either coin to afford such luxurious potions and potables, his clientele spends in a visit what I earn in a month. We're going to do air punching. Oh no. Oh no, I started thinking, well, anyway. Not important in any way, shape, or form right now. I do not care enough. Should be glad to speak of Master Akebono to you, albeit solely with regards to his character as a businessman. Like all who have risen to mercantile prominence, he has been at the center of rumor and intrigue. For every man who sings his praises, there is another who would curse his name. None will deny the efficacy of his medicines, which is to be expected given that he utilizes the finest ingredients from that birthplace of alchemy, Rajathan. Huh. His satisfied customers are beyond counting. On the other hand, none can deny the exorbitant profits he has reaped by tightly controlling the supply of Hanish ingredients. Absent competition, he is free to dictate prices as he sees fit. Unfortunately, this has led to many in desperate need of his miraculous medicines to spend their entire life savings or seek assistance from disreputable moneylenders. These practices are ultimately wholly within the confines of the law, so again, as a businessman, he is to be lauded for his success, but I will say nothing on his morals or ethics, or lack thereof. Man, there's me, like, hoping that I can fucking finish this in this episode, but I feel like it's actually gonna be close. It's gonna be a long one in any case. Have you tantalizing tidbits of information to share, my good woman? Come out with it. Medicines like medicines are second to none. Build his fortune selling miraculous medicines for exorbitant prices. A man who preys on the sick and needy for personal gain, is he? As expected, there's far more to Master Akabona than meets the eye. Inspector, we've got to hurry. Shigure's execution is going to be carried out any moment now if you don't do something. What, already? I was hoping we might first condone a thorough investigation and uncover information, with which we might convince them to set the poor man free, but absent that, there are many roads which lead to just ends. If we must take a shortcut to avert a grave miscarriage of justice, then so be it. Honored brothers, I will not beg your forgiveness. I only pray that by this humble offering of my life, that I might absolve the Sekisagumi of the shame I have brought upon it through my misdeeds. What the heck? Oh, what is the meaning of this? The man's an imposter! Seize him! Seize him at once! You fool. Shigure, now is your chance to escape! I will do no such thing. I may have lost what little honor was mine in life, but at least I can reclaim it in death. Your honor is yet yours, samurai. Oh, it's yeah, that's fine. We need not cut your belly open this day, Shigure, for you have the Saburo Sukahiro and the infamous wolf burglar besides. But why? We had a deal, remember? Temporary release, and I'm a wolf of my word. Well, this is indeed as Saburo Sukahiro. Very well. Escort the wolf burglar back to his cell and send a runner to Master Akabona's estate at once. You're far from finished, Shigure. The wolf burglar may be in custody once more, but you must still answer for your reckless actions. Therefore, after further deliberation, I have decided that you will conduct a formal investigation into the rumors surrounding Master Akebono. And? That will not be necessary indeed. With the return of the wolf burglar, I believe we can consider this tiresome affair resolved. That's probably Akebono, yeah. No, it's the other guy. But Master Komode. Wait, I know you, Master Akebono's guest. The one the Geku threw into the wall. Ah, surely you must be mistaken. I have no recollection of any such event. Or of you, for that matter. Anyway, as I said before, I believe there's no need for any further investigation. Should you deem otherwise, you're free to proceed. However, such wasteful expenditures may force us to reconsider the resources we allocate you and yours next year. Rest assured, Master Komode. Now we value your counsel deeply and should be glad to defer to your judgment. Shiguri, the matter of Saburo Tsukihiko and Master Akebono is now officially closed. That'll be all. Yes, that will be all. What the fuck? What in Satan? Ha ha ha! Verily, I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have once more done the impossible and saved a man from certain death. A shame that the others seem so eager to wash their hands of the affair. Not Shigure, though. I understand he still has questions for the wolf burglar. There we go. I guess that's the end of it. What ho, Shigure, over here? My friends, I cannot thank you enough. Had you not arrived when you had, I would not be standing here before you now. You will forgive me for dispensing with further expressions of gratitude, for I have just returned from the jail where I spoke with the wolf burglar, who something. Sorry. That was a misclick and a half. Do not keep us in suspense, my good man. What is it? Not long after we delivered the wolf burglar into custody of the Sekisugumi, Master Akebono stormed into the jail and began berating the turnkey, demanding that they return the stolen contents from his safe. Or of his safe. You may recall that we spoke with Master Akebono concerning this theft shortly after we first met. It was rather secretive regarding said contents at the time, but the wolf burglar said it was an unmarked satchel filled with a white powder. Given Master Akebono's reputation as a purveyor of medicines, our chivalrous thief resolved to steal it for the benefit of the poor and the needy, as is his wont. However, since there was nothing to identify what manner of medicine it was, the wolf burglar decided to hold onto it for safekeeping. Plainly, however, it was no ordinary medicine, for why else would Master Akebono clamor for it so? My keen inspector senses tingling. Where is this satchel now? In the possession of the men and women of the waterways. They will not admit this, however, unless we give them the proper password. As above, so below. Understood, so let's hasten to their den of iniquity. Right, me thinking I can mount up in a city. You fool. No, you'll turn up sooner or later. Didn't expect you to bring along some another unfamiliar face then. No matter. I'll cut your jib, so. What are you after this time? A certain satchel containing a certain white powder, which once belonged to a certain merchant. Wolfburglar told me you have it. If you did, then he'd have told you the magic words too. Ah yes, of course, they were... soar high above and never go low. What? Can we take me? No, this is no time for fun and games, Inspector. Get low, get low, get low. I will go with it, the wild rat brooms. Let me get back to you. No, that's above, so below. Alright, that's it. Nothing personal, but we gotta be careful. Then if I know what it is, but my gut tells me it's nothing no honest man would keep in a locked safe. That said, a suspicious powder is far from incontrovertible proof of criminal misdeeds. We need to determine what it is. Yeah, this is how we might do so. Seek the assistance of an Hanish alchemist or someone versed in their alchemical traditions. Perhaps someone at the Tefnarian consulate? Brilliant minds think alike, for I too reached that conclusion but a moment ago. To the Tefnarian consulate, my friends. Run, bitch, run. Here, you can't simply go and bang on the gates of a foreign consulate and expect... Ugh, never mind. I'm just gonna teleport to freaking Manny's Red Crystal. It is all rather sudden, I realize, but to reiterate, it is of the utmost importance that we speak with your superiors. To reiterate, have you lot an appointment or not? Not as such, no. In my hands, they are tied. They are producers. There are procedures. There are producers. No, there are procedures, samurai, and much paperwork. No exceptions can be made. In normal circumstances, I would agree, but this is a matter of public safety and welfare. Surely an exception can be made. What ho, young Mannerville man? Ah, I see. Father. What brings you to the far side of the world? A complex series of events too exhausting to detail. Of greater importance is what brings us to the consulate. You see, we must needs enlist the assistance of a Hanish alchemist, one with an encyclopedic knowledge of Hanish reagents. Fortunate then that we should chance to meet. I'm a representative of the Sajatra concern of Rajathan. Should you know the name? We trade in all manner of alchemical goods. If your quandary requires the expertise of one versed in such wares, pray permit me to assist you. Indeed, to aid the son of Lord Galbert Manderville and his comrades would be an honour most great. That's most generous of you. Far be it for us to refuse. Perhaps a change of venue is in order. I say, let us not impose upon these hard-working keepers of the peace any longer. So many people, jeez. This is a crew and a half. Are we just moving? Yes, okay. This powder is most fascinating. An ingredient of Hanish origin, this is true, but not one intended for medicinal purposes. Dangerous purposes, rather. And for this reason, its sale is forbidden. In the hands of a master alchemist, it could be used to create a dew prism. I'm sorry, dew prism? A most powerful drug. A mere thimble is enough to befuddle the senses and render even the most strong-willed subject susceptible to any and all commands. You may be assured that this is not an exaggeration. Resistance is, most regrettably, quite futile. Undetectable it is, save for the occasional glimmer in the eyes. A changing of the colour, fleeting and impossible. Why, call me, I've seen such a glimmer before. No, are you quite sure it was not a trick of the light? I saw it too, this is Sakavan is doing... Well deduced, my faithful assistant and undying fan. I was just about to voice the same conclusion. Well, if what you say is true, then a most terrible crime has been committed. Evidence must be gathered, and those responsible must be punished. That makes sense now. Why else would the chief coin counter of the Sekisugume press so strongly to end an investigation into a modest merchant? Because he drugged him during their meeting. Last, we have motive, means, and opportunity. Come, let us put an end to this once and for all. How wonderful it is to see Hildy's infectious enthusiasm inspire others to rise to the occasion once more. Well then, do not let me detain you. I don't remember the voice I gave Cartbrand. Boom. Bah. Boom. Boom. Bah. Akabono, we call on you to come forth and answer for your dastardly deeds. Doesn't seem like anyone's home, does it? Wherever could he possibly be? Huh? But that's impossible. Huh. So you didn't last of me, did you? As if I'd be content with sitting in a jail I could escape on a whim while you lot bungle your chance to bring my nemesis to justice. By escaping on someone else's watch, no one can pin the blame on you this time, eh? Wouldn't want to repeat it before. Don't tell me this was the plan all along, to secure my freedom so we could expose Akabono's crimes together? And reclaim the Saburo Sukahiro into the bargain, eh? Just no small undertaking, and I knew I'd need all the help I can get. Now that we're all on the same page, let's be on our way. The bastard's bound for the Alabecco. Off to meet with a silent partner, I'm told. Capital. If we hurry, perhaps we can beat Akabono to the punch. He may be an idiot, but he's got the right idea. It's no time to waste. Very well, if that is the way the winds are blowing, let no one say I don't always blow. I don't also blow. What? What did you just say? Let no one say I don't also blow. What the fuck? Fly. Up, up, and away. Game taking a moment before it allows me to get out of the buggy. It's the place, I'm sure of it. All we have to do is wait. Father? When I come, it could be that the inspector's father is in league with Akabono. Don't be daft, look closer. As always, your discretion on these matters is greatly appreciated. As is yours, Master Akabono. To the matter at hand, did you, Prism? Did I serve you well? Met your expectations, I trust? I exceeded them, I should say. Never in my wildest dream could I have imagined that a drug could be so powerful, so effective. Tasteless, odorless, colorless. The chief coin counter had no idea his drink had been compromised. It has been already proven to be a most useful tool in the manipulation of the Sekisagumi. More than worth the regular upkeep to keep him in my thrall. Now that the Saburo Sukahiro is back where it belongs, I can set my sights on much bigger prizes. The Bugyoso, perhaps. Magistrate Akabono. Ha! Why not? Okugano is mine for the taking. You are more right than you know, Master Akabono, for I come bearing a courtesy of Manorville and Manorville, a most illustrious Eorzin consortium of which you have doubtless heard. Their resources are considerable, and their influence extends far beyond the borders of Aldernaut. But all their wealth pales in comparison to what I present to you now. As we discussed, Lord Galbert, you will serve Master Akabono faithfully and without question, will you not? But of course. Come for Fent, he's under the influence of Duprism. Oh, wait, you fool, now is not the time. Father, 'tis I, your beloved son, Hildebrand, hearken to me. These men are villains. We are being deceived. The inspector arrives, as I knew he would. Now that your friends are cowering and hiding. Just as well. In one fell swoop, we shall bring an end to this farce. I call upon the earth's most fearsome of goldsmiths. I call upon the hammer. Go forth and lay waste to these interlopers. Oh dear. Magnificent! Finish them all! Finish everyone! I mean, he said finish everyone. It includes yourself. It falls to you, Heliodor, Maximilian Mandeville. Forgive me, father, but you know not what you do. You're a man of Mandeville! How many of these are there? Jesus. Mandeville man. Abort, father, abort! Spare me your reverse Mandeville squat something. Jesus. Phew, and I'm spent. What happened here? Nice sound. 14, what? In the fuck? Well, this is all very embarrassing indeed. 1,000 pardons to you all for my excessive display of martial prowess. Oh, and it should go without saying, but Mandeville will be severing all ties with the Sajatra concern. Rejoice, my friends, for you have reclaimed the Sabora Tsukihiro once more. How fortunate that the dastardly Akabona would be so loath to stand at his side. that he would rather bring it with him to his secret rendezvous. Final favor, if you'll indulge me. Play it at my father's grave. Right, and I suppose you'll be wanting to get me back to the jail. Regardless of the reason, a crime is a crime, and mine are many. And an upstanding Sekizagumi like yourself must adhere to the code, no? Indeed I must, which is why it will be with much regret that I inform my superiors that I have seen neither height nor hair of the notorious Wolfburger. No, you sure about this? Not if you ask me again. Go to your father. Shikuri has the right of it. You should be the one to bring your father's spirit the comfort and closure it deserves. You're mad, each and every one of you. Even a samurai. And I love you all the more for it. Thank you. To hold fast to a righteous creed, yet recognize when too rigid an adherence would result in greater injustice. Truly, I am privileged to have witnessed this display of nuanced nobility. Would that, like the burglar, I might find a measure of peace in mourning mine own dear departed. Oh, Enkidu. If only you knew how sorry I am. Enkidu, but how? Then, what was it that I ate that fateful day? Fools, you think this is the end? I think not. Huzzah! You belong to me now, Ronan. Now, spirit me away from this place. Far, far, far away. Far away. Greg, no! Seize your Igris! Beyond the rift that lies between, to wondrous worlds yet unseen. Oh wait, no, how dare you twist me! Mom, it's gonna get worse than Greg is better. Wait for me, Inspector! Wow, okay. They're all just going in there. Oh, there he goes, my beloved son. Not content to fly off into the skies before, this time he elects to take his leave by vanishing into the earth. Brief our time was together, I cannot deny how much he has grown, both as an inspector extraordinaire and a mannerful man besides. I say, a father could not be more proud. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da. And of course Lord Godbert, along with Akabona. I should thank him for that. Nothing left for us to follow but to follow them back to Kagane, I suppose. Are you ready? Good, then let us be off. Oh, is that people doing Hildebrand? And why are they doing Hildebrand? Well, relic weapons. This way. Can't even begin to imagine where I would have been, where I would be, had I never crossed paths with you and your comrades. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for everything. The Sekisagumi have concluded that even before the chief coin counter fell under Akabono's thrall, he willingly and enthusiastically conspired with the merchant to illicit ends, and so he will be held to account. As for Akabono and his now defunct enterprise, his Ethnarian consort has agreed to intercede on behalf of its countrymen to broker a more equitable arrangement between Hanish suppliers and Hingan merchants. All agreed that another monopoly would serve no one's interests. Regardless of their motivations, if their actions put more medicine in the hands of the sick and the needy, then I think it's safe to call it a change for the better, don't you? The best part, if you ask me, in light of Akamono's crimes, all debts owed to him by those forced to pay his exorbitant prices are to be wiped clean. There was a time when I might not have thought as much. Good and evil, the innocent and the criminal. It wasn't so simple in the abstract. But out here in the real world, life is anything but. You and the inspector helped me to understand how naive I was. You taught me to look beyond appearance and hearsay and not be too quick to judge a man for his misdeeds. If I'm worthy of the Sekisagumi, it is because of you and him. Yeah. Now, speaking of which, what exactly did become of Inspector Hildebrand? Do you think we ought to do something? Conduct a search, or...? Oh, so this is a regular occurrence, is it? Fair enough. If you're certain that he will turn up eventually, none the worse for wear, then I shall take your word for it, and strike all worry from my mind. Should that fateful day ever come, that you and he are reunited once more, I would ask that you give him my best regards. I would say the same for the Wolfburger. I wonder what he's doing now. Keeping watch for the next Akabono. Paying his respects to his father. What becomes of a man after death I do not know, but I should like to believe that his father rests more easily this day. Shigur's no time to dawdle. Your duties are far from finished. Yes, forgive me, right away. I must take my leave, but whenever you are passing through Kagane, I pray you do not hesitate to call on me here at the barracks. Come, please. I'm hungry again. You've learned to emote Manville Mamba. Oh, Hildebrand. And there we go. And that, my friends, is gonna be it for this, once again, extended freaking episode. Just before I was playing Final Fantasy XIV. Hope you enjoyed this episode. And next episode, we are gonna go and jump into something that I have quite some experience with, and that is Eureka. So yeah, that'll be something for another session, definitely. Anyway, goodbye.